Okay, so today I'm coming to you just for a quick little ditty, little story. I'm also going to show my outfit of the day at the end of the video. But and I'm eating Boston Market, so if I'm chewing and all this stuff, I'm sorry. And I'm drinking wine, okay. But I just had to tell this story to someone because it is ridiculous. Has anyone ever heard the saying, never argue with a fool? Right? Never argue with a fool because from afar people may not be able to tell the difference between the two. Okay, number one rule is never argue with a fool. And then the number two rule is never argue on the internet. So, and my bed is not made, and I apologize, but whatever. Listen, I'm going to tell you the quick story, and I regret it because I'm like, you are such an idiot because you don't argue with stupid people. But the quick version of the story is my cousin posted this video of these Asian guys doing a West African dance to West African music, and I was like, I loved it. I thought it was so cute, and I thought it really exemplified multiculturalism. And so after I'd watched it, I saw that under the video someone had written down, that dance you did isn't remotely African, you're just pushing your hips. And so I was kind of, taken aback even for the dancers, like for myself, because I know what I'm West African. I know what it is. I'm freaking Liberian. And so they were doing African dancing to African music. So, it was like an internet hater, but I thought I was not. I just wrote to her, in the comment section you can reply. I just replied I'm West African. They are doing West African dance. Well, she wrote back to me, first of all, she said, I talk white, and I didn't know if I wanted to be white or black. I was stuck on the image of whiteness. Why did I have my hair straight? Why was I wearing makeup? And so okay, of course, I had to reply back because I'm obviously not mature enough to just ignore the fact that she was a complete psychopath. But when she said that I looked nothing like the woman in West Africa, I had to stop and I'm like, come on. I know how my mother looks. I know how my grandmother looks. And guess what? I know what women in West Africa look like because I'm freaking West African. Why would you try to school someone on their own culture? I would never go up to an Indian person and tell them about how to be Indian. I would never go up to them and tell them, you don't look Indian, and what you're wearing isn't Indian enough. How you wear your hair isn't Indian enough. This girl was nuts, and so we were exchanging responses back and forth, and and I'm sitting there, I'm trying to reason with her, but you can't reason with an idiot because she was an idiot. I'm sorry, she was an idiot. And okay, my one regret is I did call her an idiot, but she was an idiot. And my whole thing with people is, and this speaks to the whole to a broader audience. This is beyond just this little stupid, retarded conversation I had. Fight on the internet. Who does that? I know, right? Fight on the internet. Why would you disparage someone because you don't think that they speak black enough for you? I know as far as myself and other people who are, the children of immigrants or who immigrated to this country when they were young, that there is no defined way for us to speak. We came here, we had our language, we had our culture, and that's what our parents taught us. We didn't have to ascribe to any certain type of way to act. There was no certain type of music I had to listen to. There was no certain type of food I had to eat. There wasn't a certain type of people I needed to hang out with. I did what I wanted to do, and I spoke how my parents taught me to speak. So For you to walk up to any person, especially a black person, to tell them that they don't speak black enough, that if they use proper English, enunciate, that they're whitewashed and trying to be white is ridiculous to me. And she's telling me, oh, essentially it was said to me that African women don't wear makeup. They don't. Did you want to tell my grandmother that? Did you want to tell my mom that? My family? Hello? I think she must have this vision of a bunch of naked Africans walking around with afros and beating a freaking drum. And that's the part that annoys me. But furthermore, and then she goes, with your relaxed hair. And so I was like, wait, I had a whole page on being freaking natural. And so I was like, and by the way, I'm not relaxed. And she was like, yeah, you could at least have enough humility to be real with yourself about something so simple. She's crazy. She's absolutely nuts. And I think what she's saying feeds back into black self-hate. As if, straightening your hair or even like being able to get your hair bone straight or whatever without a chemical, stuff like that. Like that just ties back into that whole thing that's centralized around hair. Why would you be upset with me because I straighten my hair to the point that you're accusing me of having a relaxer when I don't? Really? Really? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. She's freaking insane. And I just had to tell that story because it's just like, that's one of the recurring themes that I see amongst black people. And it's ridiculous because we should be unified. I've never seen a white person walk up to another white person and be like, oh, you're not talking white enough. What? It doesn't make sense. So basically, that's my quick story for today. I'm going to put up, there's a bee outside my window. Thank God the window's closed. I'm going to put up what I wore today. This video is long because I was running my mouth. You can turn it off before the end if you're like talking too much because I could talk to a brick wall. And that's it. I'm going to finish up my really good Boston Market, which I love. And I'm going to get some work done. But there's a lot of work I need to do. Alright, see you guys later. Bye!